That looks good. I think I see Yun doing some Yun stuff. Ganagine. A. Sai. 2? I haven't seen Toe with a Chisayu in a long ass time. It's an English guy, this Yun, from London. So they're saying Igiris. It's English. Nice. That was such a high dive kick, but it was still plus. This game can be really nasty. Oh, nice drop. That Gane actually didn't do that much damage at all. This footage looks a little weird. Yo, that's a weird starter. You don't see that one very often. I don't know if there's a way to go besides the dash punch. Look at the meter he built. Oh, he could have released that, Ryu. I think he was delaying it trying to catch a dive kick. Because Yun had exactly one thing he could do midair to not land on that immediately. Ryu couldn't, like, beat the jump in, but he could trade with it. With a well-timed engine release. And the trade is very good for Ryu. A well-timed engine release will almost always trade with a jump in. Depends on the angle approach, though. Ryo. Good ass name for a Ryu player. Oh no. This footage looks just a little bit jittery. Yo, that was cool. Ryu's close fierce is actually pretty fast. How are you gonna parry a shoulder and not be ready? I've been doing non-stop SF5 for a pretty long time now. It feels nice to go back to this game and look at it a little bit. The simpler times. I can't explain why I'm okay with Yun in this game having a command grab, but not with the command grabs in Street Fighter 5. Something about command grabs in this game is just so much more fair. And yet I can't place what it is. It might just be that there's a lot more risk to buttons in this game. That's really the thing that Street Fighter 5 feels like it's missing for me personally. That's a cute little juggle. This game has an inherent ability to make like mindless buttons unsafe. Dude, don't say that or I might actually main Sakura. I've been thinking about it. A lot of people don't seem to like her and I do. And she is like a character I play. It's very tempting to mess around with her for a while. Just to see what's up. Get the feeling for being a Sakura main. You don't see that link very often. You'd rather just cancel the stand strong. Doing stand strong like stand short dash punch just invites the possibility of failure without doing. Significantly more damage than ooh, nice. Good parry. I think that's a red. Command grabs in 5 frames is like fast for a command grab in Street Fighter 5. I don't know if you're trying to say 5 frames is slow or what. It's slower than regular grabs in this game. Party Brian 5000. It's something about the normals. It's easier to beat a grab with normals in this game, I feel. It might be the range at which you have to do it. It might be the fact that it's really hard to use plus frames to set up a command grab. I think it's the lack of plus frames in this game might be a contributing factor. There's very, very few plus frames. That would be something I would appreciate about Street Fighter 5. It almost feels like the neutral of this game, but like little things make it a lot worse. You've got the oppressive rushdown, but you've got no like parry as a check and balance. You know? You got the high pushback and the short combos. More like this and less like Street Fighter 4. There's a DP. They couldn't add They couldn't add parries to Street Fighter 5. It would destroy the game. Forward parry would destroy too many characters. They would need to make low forward like universally +4 on hit. They would need to buff the fuck out of low forward and low short. They need to buff the fuck out of low forward and low short anyway. The more I play, the more I'm realizing that like stand block is so stupid because lows are so shitty. I can speak as someone who plays this game a whole lot that I definitely am less willing to hit buttons when I'm in a good position. And a parry is like the one thing that can fucking put me back down. I can definitively say that I check my swing if I'm wary of a parry. In Street Fighter 5, there's like you can just low strong on someone's wake up every single time, and the only downside is that you didn't throw them. And that's only a downside sometimes. Hugo's name, okay. No, Akeo. Akeo Omedorai. It's Dorai. He's got something new in front of his name every single time he plays. Oh, I'm surprised that wasn't a punish. Nice. I guess technically if you live in like Nevada or something, it's a 2 a.m. BAF stream. If that was Super 3 Hugo, he would have been actually in a better position than Leon. Even factoring the Gane. But Super 1, Hugo has to actually respect that endgame. Oh no. Crouching Hugo. Doesn't matter in that context. That starter works on everyone. The roundhouse! That's not Hugo only, I don't think, but it doesn't work on that many characters. It might be Hugo only. The TC. That was probably a failed air red parry, or anti-air red parry into super. People are arguing on whether Sakura sucks or not, but that's like par for the course with a new character. It's literally always people arguing about whether a new character sucks. Oh yeah, what do you say? Do you say Nevada? Everyone I've ever met says Nevada. But I've only been there once. And I don't know if I heard anyone say it while I was there. Oh, we dropped the... I don't think that would have killed. The dash punch at the end of that doesn't do very much damage even after the reset he got. It would have been right on the cusp though. It doesn't build much meter either, honestly. He got more meter for not juggling that. This should kill. He actually has a kill combo here. Ugh, what a bad dash punch. There we go. Oh yeah, that could be it. He got the deepest cross-up dive kick in the universe. Dive kicks can technically cross up, but you only really see them cross up in the corner. Or at least me, Oro, I only see them cross up in the corner. Basically, if it's a dive kick, you block on the front. Always. Ooh, this can't kill. He didn't even get it. Next one can kill, though. He's got to be super careful. Here comes the fucking wild parry. Nope, there's no good way out of that. The RTC might be to max damage. That's kind of cool to see. You don't see that ender almost ever. I'm probably not gonna play Dragon Ball Fighters, to be quite honest. I get that question a whole lot. Oh my god, what a bad whatever that was. He did some kind of command grab. I'll have to throw a SPD perhaps. Hugo has a few identical grabs. I guess it's just those two. Parry into normal throw. Bit safer. Parry into SPD. If you have only just now figured out that I'm a cap cuck. Yeah, look at that. That's the one time towards Fierce is a good button. Oh, he dropped it. Oh shit. Very stupid and awkward. There we go. George. This is like the Gregor. This guy's gonna play mad good. He's got a Gregor name. That's how you know someone's a fucking badass. It's when their handle is just their name in all lowercase. This guy's gonna play, and he's just gonna fucking smash everyone. That cross-up Tatsu is kind of cool. Those are pretty good on. What the setup was that? That was like a Shinku setup. Then he taunted. Alright, this guy is not Gregor. It's like he forgot what super he had. All three of Ryu's supers are the same motion. Crook, you play a character that's good now. Do you want to have like a long jury set? We can like figure her out together. That was a bit of weird Denshin setup too. He got a pretty nice anti-air out of it. That was cool. But I've never seen Denshin used like that. Anti-air Denshin. Is this the new meta? Nice red. Gregor might have pulled a red like that. That was cool. I think it's one of those scenarios. It looked really neat, but it was actually an incredibly shitty setup. I think if Hugo held to the right, it would have not been a cross up, and if he held to the left, it was a cross up. So basically, whichever direction he held, he was going to block correctly. That was like a very weak jump in EX Tatsu. It's probably why you never see people do that shit. I'm surprised that didn't punish. Why are you red parrying? Just fucking block it and punish it. It's already unsafe. You don't get a better punish. Well, you probably do get a better punish by red parrying, but there's no point. Last time you red parry didn't even do the better punish. Oh, Crouch Fierce. Not that far back. I'm really liking the backwards hitboxes of a lot of anti-airs in Street Fighter V now. It's pretty nice. They used to be like, your anti-air doesn't actually hit them because they go 1 inch too far, so they go over your head. And even though they like pass through your hand, there's no hit. I had that quite a lot with buttons like Ryu down fierce or Ibuki down fierce. My characters have pretty good anti-airs. I don't like playing a character with no good anti-air. But now the opponent can go over your head and you can still A them. Oki being so necessary is such a stupid thing. I mean, this game has like very prominent Oki, but it's very freeform. There's no like setups. Nice. I don't know where to go with my B&B videos. I like obviously have to redo them. I don't want to redo every single one. Yeah, in Street Fighter 5, there's only like 3 things to do. Maybe 4 if they have a reversal. And 2 of the things are the same thing, but at different timings. I wouldn't even really call backdash a wake-up option. It's more like reversal, uh, reversal like EXDP or something like that. Reversal 3-frame button or 4-frame button if that's all you have. Delayed throw tech and block with no throw tech and no button. Those are like your 4 wake-up options. And not every character has all of them. Depending on the knockdown, you might also need a reversal throw. I shouldn't say reversal. You can always do a delayed throw. Ken's V-Trigger 2 is super, super easy to use. I wonder if that's what they were shooting for with it. Forward dash is really good in Street Fighter 5, honestly. Well, it depends on your character. Dre's forward dash is pretty good. Oh, he went for it. He was really far away. Parry into low strong. Alex sucks. I feel bad that he had to do that. Ooh, it didn't combo. That usually combos. He might have gotten the cancelator and he might have been far away. Or it might be a Leno hitbox wackiness. Yeah, Marvel, you can block in every frame of your dash. Street Fighter is actually one of the only, like, I shouldn't say one of the only, but a lot of 2D fighting games feature microdashing more prominently than walking. Wow. He did that so... Was that a failed super? I can't imagine that Elena Super punishes that. Elena Super's pretty fast, but you've gotta... It gets slower and slower the further you have to travel. And Alex is like half screen at the end of that. I remember when my money was good boy points. That flash chop whiffed on Ken. Alex sucks. He could have done a hard chop there. Tonight? It's 1 a.m. I mean, I could. I can't promise I'd whoop you. My jury probably has seen less light of day than yours. Hey Alex, what's hanging? Besides Bison's corpse. All Shadaloo is kaput. Nice. Hyper Bomb. That's the one setup. That's not true. There's other setups for their memes. A successful medium or heavy chop gives you a Hyper Bomb. A punish gives you a Hyper Bomb. For example, a parry or any -2 attack from the opponent that leaves them close enough. Um, Meaty towards fierce, I think on crouching opponents causes back turn, and it's at least +2. I don't know if it needs a crouching opponent. You'll never actually get that one. Alex's towards fierce is a lot shittier in this game, especially as a meaty, compared to Street Fighter 5. That Stand Strong's doing some work. Remy wins this matchup. Anti-air, he didn't parry or anything, I don't think. Maybe he did. Well, I guess he had to because he tapped forward for the half circle. That was such an early button though. Like he like command grabbed as Remy was landing into it. He was definitely not. Like Remy could have done a delayed button and caught him on the down parts of that motion. But Remy empty jumped. Mm. What the fuck was that? I think you have to go straight into. If you get like a far away chop, the only ender is. I shouldn't say the only, but your default ender is like a EX slash elbow. Oh, nice parry. I have no idea why he did what he did. Like neutral jump there was such a whack play, and then the EX knee was also such a whack play. EX knee on wake up is horrible. EX knee is not invincible at all. It doesn't leave the ground immediately. It costs a bar. It's like a very, very strange thing to do, unless you're expecting the opponent to neutral jump. And the other guy did neutral jump. It's just that he parried, and EX knee is one parry. It's so stupid. I'm using like anti-air slash elbow is one of the only setups into Super 3 for Alex. It's not like you can really set that up either. You can also do, of course, medium and heavy flash chop as usual. Medium and heavy flash chop set up everything Alex has. Heyo. Hello. Haldo. Alex's jump fierce is pretty tall, which does make it kind of good as a meaty neutral jump. Like if they, as they take a throw, you jump and then hit towards fierce, you'll hit them while their throw is still taking, and then you can land in super. Look at that little cute setup. I've done that one before. Scary. There it is. If it was me, I would have done a raw EX slash elbow into super. Nash is like very, very cool to the 12-year-old deep inside me. Nash is one of the best examples of 12-year-old cool I've ever seen. There's nothing about him that's actually cool. Every single part of him is 12-year-old cool. Ooh, this is a big, big combo. Well, it could have been. I don't know about Alex's hitbox. I don't know if Urian can do EX elbow against him. EX tackle. Why is it? What's with all the fucking knees? That's not a good move. Kind of hard to find a way out of that. His best chance is low parrying. Well, parries the mirror, which prevents you from being pushed um, that direction. Alex win the Urian matchup. I wouldn't say that at all. So how is... Oh, you mean just like how does he play it? I don't know. Most characters don't really play by the matchup that much in this game. It sounds strange to say, but my game plan doesn't change that much depending on the character I'm fighting. Obviously, I'm fighting Yuri and I want to keep out of the corner. And obviously, if I'm fighting Makoto, I want to not get command grabbed. Nice delayed low. Oh, missed a medium tackle. I mean, it depends on the character you play, it's true. But it's like that for a lot of characters. Define how the backdashes work. Backdashes just move. There's nothing else. They don't do anything else, they just move. They don't have any special properties. You can use them to get out of setups if only because they move fast. Like if Urian tackles me and then cancels to a mirror, I can backdash and just, I'll get out of the way of the mirror before it spawns on me. There's nothing else they do. Um, some of them appear to be airborne, and they might have airborne frames. But to my knowledge, I don't know any offhand that do. I feel like there's at least one and maybe several airborne backdashes in this game, but none of them are airborne frame 1 or anything like that. Yeah, backdashes are really, really quick. Most forward dashes are really quick in this game too. The only like slow forward dashes are Hugo and Q, I guess. Most every other character zips around. Even characters you might think are slow, like Urian or Remy or stuff like that, actually move around really, really quickly. This game doesn't really have slow characters at all. Even the very, very like bad movement characters have good movement. The one exception is like Q. Even Hugo can like cover a lot of distance at once with his body, what do you call it? The shoot down backbreaker. Which lets him stay in after certain knockdowns. He probably could have blocked the beginnings of that. Parry was still probably, I don't know. He had a good opportunity to parry to freedom, but not immediately. It was more like parry, like block and get moved to the left and then parry. I love those combos. It's supposed to end on a Rekka series so you can get the knockdown though. Now he's gonna die. Ha 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 ha. That was nice. Anti-air fireball leads to a whole bunch of damage. That EX tackle can be really hard to pick up on some characters. Sometimes you need it really late. Oh, did I not change my broadcast name? Timeout, I should actually do that now. Sakura Cup already happened. I thought that I changed it, but I guess I just went to my channel and then forgot to change it. Let me just change it. Yeah, it's already on my YouTube. You can just go watch it. It's up. Where's the edit button? Oh, I found it. Chillin'. Retro. Good enough. Alright, where were we? I went specifically to my Twitch to change it, and then I guess I just opened the chat and then forgot. Mirror there is pretty good. Waste some time. It's not great. Urian's meter is, curiously enough, Urian's meter is more precious than Yun's. Urian's meter shoots him up more. Yun is still an okay character when he doesn't have Gane, and he'll get another Gane in short order. Urian lives or dies on his mirrors. Dragon Ball Fighter's like right about to come out or something. Friday. That's like a week. I saw Android 21, Majin Android 21. I saw that shit and I was like, damn. Yeah, I love that juggle. First and last hit of Roundhouse Tatsu. Oh. Uh-oh. Now it all falls apart. He can crouch. That was a good escape. Nice. Oh, he didn't DP. The DP there is hard to time. Charging that does nothing, I don't think. I don't think you get extra damage or extra hits or anything. It literally just delays it. That was like a really bad delay, because that was just one parry. He could have gotten fucked up for that. Anyway, Kuma can technically do medium Tatsu into hard DP, or medium Tatsu into medium DP. It depends on the character he's fighting. He's got to be really close too. Bunch of mirror hits on the way up so that he lost juggle potential. This could lead to a ton. Except this Urian's dropping a lot of, oh, I like that setup. Gives you a little bit extra meter build and or a taunt. This Kuma's doing a lot of really cool stuff really quickly. Yes, that's so cool. Oh, he could, what if he could have, I wonder if he could have demoned. Oh, KKZ, smart. That was unblockable, and Urian was going to have a really hard time getting out of the way. And the first hit's unparryable, so the only good escape was to block the first hit and then red parry the rest. I mean, it wasn't unblockable, it's just that he was dead to chip. You can't do buttons during super freeze in this game, like MVCI. And how do I say this? EX Mirror comes out really fast. I like that setup. Is it low, no less? A lot of people would parry high there, seeing Akuma Demon flip in. Did I ever mention that 12 actually has a really good command grab? I mean, not command grab, what do you call it? Car throw. If 12 had a command grab, he might actually be an okay character. Just kidding, he probably wouldn't. He would need to be a really amazing command grab. She gives 12 with teleport. Who's the last character who got a teleport? I feel like they don't really hand out teleports anymore. They're like a legacy thing. Bison has a teleport and he lost it. He like didn't have one and then he got one and then he lost it. Bison might be the last character they gave a teleport. Sim always had one. Akuma, I think, always had one, or maybe he didn't have one and then he got it. No, I mean like just a meterless teleport. I mean just like a pure movement invincible frame one. It's only Sim and Akuma in Street Fighter 5. But even before Street Fighter 5, I feel like they haven't added one in a long time. The last character I can see, Seth, and then who was it? Raven? Someone in Cross Tekken had one on the Tekken side. But like it's very rare that they give out like teleports. It's like a move they don't give out anymore. Did Yoshi have one too? Nice. That's cute. That's a good anti-air, just not very strong. Like if the jab worked, the axe would have whiffed, and it would have built some meters, so it's not that bad. But it would have done like it would have been like a fucking spec anti-air. That's like the whole problem with 12 is everything is pretty solid, but none of it's rewarding. See how that anti-air, like that worked the best it could possibly work. If Dudley parried more, it would have done the same amount of damage. If he parried less, it would have done less damage. If he didn't parry at all. You see what I'm saying? Like 12 is so... Everything about 12 is okay, except like when it comes to the amount of hurt he puts on you. If every attack 12 had did double damage, he would be like an okay character. If Dudley was missing like half his health right now, and now he was dead, that would be like, this would be like, you know. It's ridiculous the number of hits 12 needs to land compared to other characters, especially considering he doesn't really have conventional confirms. If your character can't confirm anything, they better at least be strong. They got that right with Alex and Hugo. Or at least they didn't get it as wrong as they did with 12. The thing is, there wasn't really a character in Street Fighter like 12 before. Sim is the closest, and still not a great example. I can't believe that jab didn't hit. That was weird. Let's give a character with just really, really good neutral. And just make it so he has no damage, no confirms, fucking no like super setups or anything. It's a novel idea. Getting thrown out of crouch jabs. 12's crouch jab is probably not very fast. Lights are pretty fast in this game, but mediums are pretty fast too. I feel like that. The thing about Ken's V-trigger is that in order to get the full V-trigger, the full Shinryuken, you have to use it from the first one. And the first one has to have the double scaling. That was nice. So unless you get a raw Shinryuken, which basically either doesn't happen because it doesn't anti-air, or only works from like a punish, or like what else? He has such a hard time landing like a raw uh V trigger. You're gonna have like a shit ton of scaling. So it's actually he ends up doing with just raw V trigger into super. He ends up doing like 500 give or take. It's like 517 or something. Um, and then doing a full like combo. If you do like let's say I don't know what's actually max damage. Let's say like jump roundhouse, low strong, back fierce, uh, heavy DP 2 hits, fully mashed V trigger into super. That still ends up doing like 500 damage. It's like almost the same amount. But in any other context, that's like all your resources. In any other context, in fact, I think it does a little bit less than 500. Any other context, it's way weaker. You'll usually end up getting like a 300 damage combo with super, or like 350, I think, which is pretty weak. There's a lot of like, it's not that hard to set up super from a V trigger for a lot of characters. Any Chun-Li Kikosho can land super. Does not matter the context, and they're all safe. And she gets 4 of them. It's really like even if you have super, I feel like it's more preferable to treat it like 3 different Shinryukens. What's Ken's really good activate? I know he technically can do like button into fireball and then activate on reaction to it hitting, the same way like Akuma can. But a lot Ken doesn't really have a good poke into fireball. Um, there's a the I don't know if it's the actual like release order or what. I don't think it is, but it's the order that Capcom usually likes to order the characters. It's the order that they were in the change list, but it's an order that Capcom uses a lot. Ryu, Ken, Chun-Li, Kami, I forget where it goes. But it's like the Street Fighter 2 characters, and then the alpha characters, and then the new characters, and then the DLC characters in order of release. Does Sand Strong cancel combo to Fireball at all ranges? Because if it doesn't, like any poke he has cancels to, I shouldn't say any, but like most of his pokes cancel to Shinryuken. But canceling into Shinryuken isn't enough. I want to confirm into Shinryuken. It seems like this confirms into Shinryuken are just the same as his confirms into anything else. A neutral throw. Forward throw or back throw probably would have killed. Toll's still in a good position this round. He's good at shipping people out. He's not going to die this Gane either. Nice. If I was an Ed player, I'd probably play VT1, but I think the VT2 is probably going to be better in almost every matchup. It's really good. I imagine that you can't cancel EX upper into it on block, right? I don't know. I haven't tried, but I imagine that doesn't work. What about regular upper? Does that work? Regular upper into V trigger forward? I know everything, but like EX upper, does that one work? That one's important because that's an invincible move that can be made safe. Damn, it's literally like every few minutes someone comes in. They're like, "Will I be playing Dragon Ball Fighters?" I should just make the title of my broadcast. No, I will probably not be playing Dragon Ball Fighters. It's like not anyone's fault either. Everyone just wants to know, but no one was there when the question was already answered. Okay, Psycho Upper into V Trigger doesn't work at all. I presume hands works, and I also presume that hands combos. It does combo from specials, right? I know you can do Psycho Shot into it. The actual juggle potential is hard to wrap my mind around. I haven't done any serious testing yet for Nash. It's going to end up being really simple at the end of the day. It's just going to take a little while to find the simple stuff. I like that you can get some cross-up shenanigans with it. I like that you have basically an FADC with the forward dash cancel. I really like the stuff I see where it's people doing the V trigger cancel, then just doing the forward dash and then letting it end, and then linking like low fierce from there. Let's click on Boost's link. That juggle's kind of hard to hit. That looked worth it. So you get 3, right? Pretty sure. 1, 2. Looked like you have the third one in the back. You get an initial one. This is good for me. This is good tech. I can see this being Nash's preferred V-trigger, like very easily. Oh, that was hard to see. A lot of reset up potential here. I mean, this is still an end round V-trigger, you know what I mean? 3 bars is expensive. Most 3-bar V-triggers are really good, but I feel like they can't be the make or break for a character. I know this is probably cut off for you guys. That's cute. I like that one a lot. I think that one was really cool. Yeah, I really like the EX stuff. Nash strikes me as the kind of character who'd be popular. I'm surprised he's not more played. He's like an extremely different playstyle from every other character in this game. He's got like a super cool design. How long has Nash been able to do that? Too fair. That you can quick stand out of that setup. That setup is memes. That's Sonic's video, huh? Any OTG you can quick stand out of, unless it's counter hit sweep. And it makes the OTG whiff. I don't remember Nash's changes. I don't remember if I think he's in a good place or not. He got some anti-air buffs, didn't he? Nash already has, like, he's got good anti-air normals, but anti-air normals don't take you that far. Or they can, it depends. They have to be really good anti-air normals. They have to be like Kenny back strong and Birdie low strong. The worst combo video you've ever seen. Let me think about that. The thing is, like, bad combo videos are good. Bad combo videos are actually better than good combo videos. There's like a bad combo video that's always stuck with me. There was like a third strike combo video. I shouldn't call it a combo video because it was only one combo. It was like an 11-second video. But it was a guy doing a Nabuki combo in Street Fighter 3. But it wasn't actually a combo, it was 3 combos. It just dropped out 3 times. But the combo, it like the whole sequence just kind of bled together, but not bled together like mix-ups. Like there was once the combo dropped, like there was no reason the rest of it should have kept working. You could just down back to escape the whole thing, with no threat of like anything bad happening if you held down back. Ibuki has a lot of sequences like that in Third Strike. I wonder if I could find that video. It was literally like one combo. I'm gonna search for it really fast and see if I can pull it up. This one says direction combo. Direction combos are pretty cool. Let's check it out. Let's check out the direction combo. Oh yeah. Oh my god. Yes. Oh yeah. It's getting better and better. Direction combos are the combos you can do only by modifying the game system direction. That was cool. Maybe we'll watch a system direction combo video later on. You can change stuff like you can change everything. You can change like the juggle potential. You can change uh like what cancels into what. I can't find it in my preliminary little search. There's a lot more Ibuki stuff now than there used to be. Let's put it like that. This could be it. 30 seconds long, Ibuki combo. A new combo I've been working on. Yo, this might actually be it. 14,000 views. Fucking 30 thumbs up, 118 thumbs down. So people hate this. Okay, look at this. Ibuki deadly combo. This is it, dude. This is the video. It wasn't even 3, it was like 5. The music too. Oh my god. What about that? That's the greatest combo video I've ever seen. And by that I mean that's the worst combo video I've ever seen. If I end up clipping this for later, the context is someone asked me the worst combo video I've ever seen, and it's that one. It is this one right here. Ibuki deadly combo. So let's count. I like how it's him fighting a calm. Or like not even a calm. Ryu just standing there. P2. Okay, air TC. A low roundhouse, stand roundhouse that doesn't combo. Like he got the air TC, but the air TC didn't combo to the sweep. And then stand strong reset into penguin kick, which is an overhead, but you can just react to it and block it high, so another not combo. And then a kunai into super, which you can just block. And then he walks up and does low roundhouse, stand roundhouse. And then still doesn't kill stand strong. He actually could have killed there. He could have gotten a dizzy out of that. But instead he resets and then into another penguin kick. That's it. Ibuki combo, 14,000 views, 30 thumbs up, 118 thumbs down. And the description says, a new combo that I've been working on. Uploaded in 2008. Okay? That is the worst combo video I've ever seen. Now where were we? It's been a long time since I've seen that, but I still remember it. It's like a fucking really quick what not to do for combo videos. Step 1, make sure that the combos in your combo video are actually combos. It's not like a combo video kind of combo even needs to have some sort of practical application. There was nothing impressive about that either. In fact, all I could do watching it was like marvel about how unimpressive it was. Yeah, that's the thing. It speaks so much about the guy who made it. How to push the button's good, how to jump cut. It actually had like 2 jump cuts, I guess. How to push the button's good is my second best ever combo video. My best combo video is the best combo video of 2018 so far. Oh yeah, 420 is the best. Take it back, forgot about that one. 420 is like my magnum opus. I could die, but like I've already made the 420 combo video. So like it doesn't matter if I die. You know what I mean? How did that not kill? 12 sucks dick. Shodokan. I haven't made the Kemi videos that are supposed to go on Show You Can Tube technically today. I like could do that before I sleep, and that would be the responsible thing to do. I work tonight though. I worked tonight, and I don't know. My work ethic for the day is used up. I mean, broken good or broken bad. In any fighting game I've ever played, the most broken character I've ever played was probably Servbot in MVC2, in terms of like what he couldn't do versus what every other character in the game could do. Servbot is basically defective. He like doesn't work. He doesn't have anything. But he's a joke character, so it's kind of par for the course. Air dash away. Oh, he actually landed. Broken Good might be Pet Shop, but I've actually never played that game. Broken Good in any video game that I've played. I have to think about that. It's almost definitely an Injustice 1, or maybe an MK9. Who was like day one top tier in MK9? It's been so long I forget. I was about to say Quan, but that was MKX. I actually haven't played. Is that out now? Is it actually out? I know they either were about to release it or were about to release a big update. I might fuck around with that to be honest. And by that I mean try and actually fight other people on stream in it. Been out. Maybe it just had a big patch. There was something that I was holding out for that was right about to happen. I remember Raiden being an early strong character, but I don't remember him being like top. He might have been. Scorpion. Don't remember that. Don't remember Scorpion ever being notable. Scorpion was in the beta. He was like one of three characters in the beta. It was like him and Melina and like Raiden? I don't remember. Cabal, he was once even stupider than he is now. There was a time when he was top tier. Yeah, Cabal got nerfed a lot and stayed top. He's actually a very, very simple character, so like it would be very easy to over nerf him. So they were cautious and under nerfed him. Cabal doesn't have that much, but that's like most MK9 characters to be honest. Some MK9 characters are like pretty technical, but most of them are not. I don't think MK3 Cabal can block to cancel his dash, although I might be misremembering. But dash works pretty much the same in that game, and the instant air fireballs also work pretty much the same. And he still has the saw that travels along the ground. Did he even have that in MK9? I don't remember. And he didn't have the swing. I think it's like Human Smoke and then Cabal in MK3. I see a lot of both of them. Human Smoke looks fun as hell. Scorpion with a pop-up combo and better foot speed. Scorpion's got a pretty cool design. Human Smoke has a better design because he's got a launcher so he can actually use stuff. Human Smoke is like a really, really cool character. but the problem is he's too good. But like if the whole game was balanced like he is, it would actually be like a Street Fighter 2 competitive fighting game. As in competitive with Street Fighter 2. If every character was like, I wouldn't say, it's not like Human Smoke is super complex, but if every character was like as complex as Human Smoke and as well-rounded, it would have been a very, very successful game. I mean, it was a very, very successful game, but I mean, it would have had a lasting tournament scene. Third strike stages. I don't know. Most of the stages in this game are just okay. I have a special, I really like Akuma's. Elena's is kind of cool too. I like the colors. I think Kano is supposed to be top tier as well. See, we got Cabal, Human Smoke, Kung Lao, Kano. Reptile's that high? I didn't know that. Reptile is really good with the launching projectiles. Kung, I guess I knew. Kung has like Touch of Deaths. Ermac like screams top tier in every game he's in, or not top, but like high. He's so his combo, his special moves are so combo friendly, and also they have fucking big dick hitboxes. I didn't know Nightwolf was 7. Holy shit, that's really high. Robo Smoke, he was who I played. Sindel, that surprises me. Jax, that doesn't. Sonya, that kind of does. I thought Katana would be higher. Striker, Scorpion below Striker. Striker is like the noob character. It's very easy to pick Striker and just like throw fireballs from full screen. He's got like one particular fireball that goes like low and high, so you like have to block it. Doesn't have good frame data though. He loses to teleports. But like if you don't know any special moves, or if you only know like one special move, and you're fighting like a guy who knows Striker's grenade throw, he can just ruin your life. Unmasked Sub, he's really, really unique. It's a shame that he's only like low mid. Jade. Jade requires you to be a comm. Jade can literally ignore all fireballs in the game, but it needs inhuman reaction time. The comms can do it perfectly. As soon as you throw any fireball, the comm will instantly use the projectile invincible move, and then just run in and like do a full combo on you. Liu Kang pretty low, Sector pretty low, Classic Sub-Zero. I thought he was bottom like 2. Cyrax really low. Shang Tsung insanely low. Shang Tsung can just become other characters. But like anyone he can become that's good, you'd rather just play that good character all the time. I didn't know Melina was fucking bottom. She was considered very, very strong in MK2. And then Shiva is like obvious. Shiva's like one gimmick is that, well, she's got like 4 gimmicks. She's literally a gimmick character. She's the Blanca of the game. She's got a teleport stomp, which is unblockable, but if you get out of the way, you get a full punish. And you can like almost always get out of the way because she can't combo into it. And then she's got the strongest, she's got technically the strongest dial combo in the game, but it's very combo unfriendly. You can't do anything else except like just end that dial combo. You can just do the whole dial combo and that's it. And you can't like really set it up. You can combo it from a jump in, but there's no way she can land it. There's no way she can combo into it, and there's no way she can combo out of it. So that dial combo ends up being her strongest combo, which is really, really lackluster. I've made 7 of the 50 videos, which I think is progress. I got 2 more coming out today, and then that'll put me at 9. It's a long road, easy to get overwhelmed. Ryan plays a top tier, and also he lives in Japan, so he fights these Japanese players very regularly. It's just kind of unsurprising that he does better than all the other fucking Western players. Are you subbed to my Shoryuken Tube? Because if you're not, I'm doing 50 videos for Shoryuken Tube. I should have like an announcement for that on my channel, because there's probably people who have subbed to me who aren't subbed to Shoryuken Tube. I'll do it once I have more videos up. He's got to end with uppercut here. No crouch face into super. He'd already hit the juggle potential because he started with stomp. What is Shoryuken Tube? It's the official Shoryuken channel on YouTube. That was an okay punish. Generally didn't have a good punish there. So I'm like one of the people in charge of Shoryuken Tube. And I'm doing a huge SF5 AE series right now for them. And also a series of YouTube, Shoryuken articles. Well, that was cool. This is... Oh, that's weird that it fell out. He still had juggle potential there. No crouch fierce. It was good there. He would have killed. I guess he thought he was about to stun. Um, it really depends on how long people play the game. But I think that Capcom can snare people in whenever interest is waning, if they really need to. Capcom has a lot of room to, like, you know, if there's a lot of dissatisfaction, Capcom has a lot of room to fix things. Like, if they want to. You think about, like, the Mysterious mod, right? Capcom could do that. Oh, that was a really good DP. I've never ever seen anyone do that. I've never had that happen to me once. I've never had a Ken jab DP my fireball. He did it again. Is that a practical thing? That actually looks mad good. Nice forward dash. That's the easiest fireball to dash under in the whole game. And it's still not easy. Discounting, of course, Remy high fireball. Abigail's V-Trigger 2 looks insanely strong to me. I haven't actually played against it yet. I've only seen, like, videos. But it looks really good. I'm, like, alarmed at how good it looks. I don't understand what the counter is supposed to be. It looks like you have to block it. And then just get guard broken. Technically speaking, you can grab it as it's coming in, but that looks really hard to react to and really precise. And you can't just, like, walk up to him and grab him. Because he can just release as you're walking up. There's so much stuff in Street Fighter V that looks like it was made with, like, a parrying game in mind. But there's no parrying. Stand strong into jump is necessary against a good Ken. Universal overhead combos into launcher in 5 stone. Nice. This should kill fairly easily. Why do you do that? That was a weird play. He had a punish if he stayed on the ground right there. 8, Ken's quick stand. He's playing super safe. The stand light kicks are the hardest to interrupt. You can make pretty much a wall of them. Low short requires a lot of walking in. And stand fierce has a lot of startup. So you need to cover it with the stones. So basically stand light kick is your best hope of getting a serious wall. And then whenever you break the wall to go lower overhead, that's where the windows are. Sneaky cow. Neutral jumps are so passive in this game. I like neutral jump as an instinct a lot. Just waste time. I like neutral jumping to waste time, but it's bad in Street Fighter 4 and 5. It depends on the character you're fighting. It can be okay against like Fei Long or Bison. Street Fighter 4 or 5 Bison, really. MK4. MK4 is a Kusoga, I'm like 90% sure. Nice parry. Nice parry. He had to put that up for a while, though. You can't just parry like that forever. Very nice. Other punish. Aura Sweep is actually pretty hard to punish. It's got more startup than recovery. MK1 is super simple. All the characters are almost the same. The special moves are the only things that are really significantly different. Nice. Neutral jump strong. MK2 and UMK3 are like actual good fighting games. MK1 is like jank, but it's old, but it's very shitty, but it's old, so whatever. Um, MK4, I don't know. It just looks kind of weird. Probably 10 XL, probably XL free, but honorable mention to UMK3 because it is a really cool game. I've never been really crazy about MK2. To be honest, I've logged a pretty good number of hours into MK1. I even know about like fucking the reptile fight. I can get that shit. I can fight reptile. I can beat the game too. MK1 probably has the best AI of the 2D, the early 2D Mortal Kombats. MK2 and MK3 have really, really cheap AI. You basically have to exploit, especially for MK3, you have to exploit the AI in order to win. -6 is pretty safe. That sounds right. Something like 9 frame startup, 6 frame recovery, or 6 frame -6. Something like that. I don't know. UMK3 is it's actually a super interesting game from the way the AI works. It's like they tasked an AI against the player. You know what I mean? The AI plays like tool assisted. Ah, shit, it's not a punish. Just opened him up, I guess. He did sweep into lip parry, probably. Since that's not a bad thing to do against Yang. I don't know most of the frame data of like Street Fighter 3 in general. I'm pretty sure that Oro stand forward is 4 frame startup, and that stand strong is, I think, 5. Close strong, I mean. Um, I think his close stand jab is 2 frame startup. He has a 2 frame startup move. It's either his close stand jab or his close stand short. I think it's the close stand jab, but I don't actually remember. It actually might be the close stand short. Oro has a very rare 3 frame move. There are very few 3 frame moves in this game. And Oro's got one of them. 2 frame startup. It does almost nothing though. Like having one of those basically means nothing in this game. Oros doesn't comment anything. Close jab. Technically speaking, Oro close jab is a 1 frame link into far short. So it does have a combo route, but you can't get anything from far short, so literally it's just 2 lights, and it's a 1 frame link. So enjoy your fucking 3 frame normal. pretty sure throws have 2 frame startup in this game anyway. But everything that's supposed to be unsafe is usually worse than that, and everything that's supposed to be safe is usually better than that. Remember with third strike frames, you've got to add and subtract. That already won't work because of range, but it might not work in general because everything actually has 1 more startup than enlisted. So 1 frame links are actually 0 frame links, and 2 frame links are actually 1 frame links. It's like how Ken's 2 frame super is a just frame punish on Shoto -3 left forward. It seems like it should be a 2 frame punish, but 4 frame startup, yeah. That means it hits on frame 5 because of the old way of writing notation. Yeah, okay, so that should actually work. But unfortunately, there's like no context in which that could work because there's no armor in this game, and there's no way to dodge the pushback without armor. It like theoretically could work on a very, very fat character, I guess. But I can't think of an instance of that. That's neat anyway. Boo. It literally does nothing. It's nearly useless. It has a minor purpose. After a high connect cross-up jump medium kick, the only combo route is like something really fast, like a light normal. And technically speaking, if you're comboing from a light normal, the absolute strongest combo you can get as Oro is stand short, stand forward. So it can be your max damage like combo after a cross up on like a high connect. On a low connect, you can get like stand forward or even stand strong. But the range where Oro's cross up is effective, or like his high connect jump medium kick, the ranges where that's effective are like usually you don't really have a thing to do on the ground. Anyway, I've played Oro for 10 years, and that's like the one thing that does. Otherwise, it's literally like useless. Oro doesn't really have a purpose for light normals at all. None of Oro's light normals do much of anything. The only one I ever use at all is sometimes I use stand light kick as a tick throw. And only because tick throws are just fine in this game. They're quite good. It's not like they don't do anything. Very, very, very difficult not to die there. The initial parries were not hard at the time. I'm surprised he missed them. YSB. Hugo's such a strange character. He ends up, in some matchups, he ends up only using like, just like walk in, stand jab, and like errant low short. His heavies are pretty much useless apart from the overhead. That one. That one's pretty good. That's one of the better heavies in the game. But like crouch fierce is shit, towards fierce is shit, set roundhouse is shit, crouch roundhouse is pretty shit. Most of his heavies do nothing at all, and none of them cancel. None of his mediums cancel either. Low strong is only useful in some juggles. It can poke. You can like counter poke some stuff with it. Low strong is an okay counter poke. It's pretty damaging anyway. Stand strong is one of the better pokes in the game. Goes really far, decent damage, decent stun. Um, Low forward is one of the better pokes in the game. It's a trip, knocks over. Stand forward is pretty useless. It's an overhead, but like it's I don't know. It's not. You'd rather use stand fierce. He goes like a bunch of overheads, but he just uses stand fierce because it's the best one. YSB is like his name, I think. It's his initials, pretty sure. Actually, I'm not sure of that. I think I heard that, but I don't remember if it was correct. A lot of Japanese people don't have middle names. Hugo Crouch Hard Kick as a crush counter would be almost Abigail's crush counter crush roundhouse. It's like it would be almost the same thing. Hugo plays almost entirely by his special moves, I feel. His normals are like okay, but they're all super super situational, and he doesn't have that many of them. He did up kick and dub kick. That works on some characters. It was anti-air connect. That might make it easier. He whiffed it though, but he did it like it would work. Nice corner combo. If you're cornered and you land a command grab, that is the combo route. That was pretty neat. Oh, nice pickup. She actually could have parried her way to the ground there, but it would have been really hard. But it was riskless, so. This looks mad difficult to not die. Classic Tommy. It was so. There was nothing good to do there. Who's the most recent character we just got as DLC in Injustice 2? Is it Hellboy or is there one after that? We got the fucking flea or whatever, the ant, the little guy, the atom. We got uh oh, Enchantress. All right, cool. How many do we know about? What's the current list? Is Raiden coming out at some point? Wasn't Raiden like one of the characters teased? He's not out yet, right? Oh yeah, Raiden's out. I think I've seen him like once. So is TMNT like which one is it, or is it all of them? Are we gonna get some Triborg shit where there's a bunch of them? Yo, nice combo. That was the Keeper Jin, I think. The Mitogen is between two normals. The Keeper Jin is between three normals. That look like three normals. I don't know the actual normals. One of them is, I think, strong. One of them is fierce, and one of them is short. I think. I don't actually remember. We could go look at it. We could go look at the Keeper Jin. It was like around here. That's Stand Fierce. It's hard to see. Alright, what's the like next frame button? I'm afraid to just start hitting buttons. Low forward, stand strong, whiff, stand fierce, Low forward, stand strong, whiff, stand fierce. Low forward, stand strong, whiff, stand fierce. That's the keeper gen. That was educational. YouTube's YouTube's keyboard controls are insanely useful. I've never liked Injustice as much as MK. The different mechanics are all mostly worse for me. I thought I liked clashes more than combo breaks, but I've turned around. Now I like combo breaks a lot more than clashes. This is Dorai again. Got a whole bunch of characters in his name. I recognize all those characters. It's like what's that it's like next week, I think. Next week big, what was that, minute? I don't know what that means. I recognize all four kanji though. Raishu, that's it. Raishu means coming week. Block buttons really aren't bad once you get used to them for even a second. I don't know why everyone hates them so much. I got first and last hit only. He's lucky it knocked over. I once activated a glitch in MKX really early on where I would, if I was doing nothing, I would be blocking. I was holding the block button, and if I was doing nothing, I would be blocking, but if I was hitting directions, I would be moving around. I tried to replicate it and I was unable to. It's probably been found and patched out by now. I like tried to think of everything I did before I activated that glitch. But it was like it was letting me OS like block. You're not supposed to be able to move around while blocking. And like I could hit buttons and the buttons would come out even though I was holding block. But like once the button recovered, I would go back to blocking. It was really strange. Blocking is supposed to eat up your button inputs, I think. The run was really subtle in MKX, but it actually went a long way to like remove the heavy zoning that's in almost every MK game. NetherRealms, like MKX is like one of the only games NetherRealms ever made that isn't dominated by zoning. I feel like MKX is like the one NetherRealm game. I mean, you could say for MK, you could say for an Injustice 1 and Injustice 2. It's not like it doesn't truly apply. But I feel like MKX is like the one NetherRealm game where the movement is actually like fairly intelligent. It's like well balanced. Movement is well balanced. Movement is like overly simple in Injustice 1 and 2, I feel. Too many things are too good from too many ranges. But in MKX, there's actually a fair amount of precision. And there's a lot of different ways to move. There's some juggles in Third Strike that I'm like, Aura doesn't have. Aura has more juggles than most characters. Most of them aren't that hard, but he has some of the hardest ones in the game, just because he has so many. But there are some juggles I'm just so glad I don't have to do. Necro's down back fierce loop on like big characters in the corner. I can like never get more than two of those, or like occasionally three. I don't know how anyone gets six. Wow, that went far. That's one of the furthest I've ever seen that snatch. Good. Is that a jump? Oh my god. He jumped and he canceled his pre-jump frames into super. That's why he didn't get grabbed. He was in pre-jump frames. That was really cool. What a good little moment. Another realm has a little bit of a habit of reinventing the wheel. Not as bad as Street Fighter. Well, maybe about as bad as Street Fighter. They've got like King of Fighters level. No, a little bit higher than King of Fighters for reinventing the wheel. No, maybe not as high as King of Fighters. If they just had like MK not MK10 with different characters, with like some of the same and some new, it would be a 10 out of 10 game for me. But I don't even know who I'm waiting for. I guess I want them to kind of go into the Deception, Deadly Alliance era. I don't know. Quan Chi's dead and Shang Tsung is also dead, so I guess Deadly Alliance can't even happen. Onaga's still around somewhere though. That could still happen. How does Onaga revived? Where's Boost? He would know. I think it was something about Shang Tsung. I think Shang Tsung did it. I doubt that uh I doubt that Shao Kahn would authorize anything to do with Onaga. Shao Kahn is possibly the guy who sealed Onaga. Signs point to. I would actually like another try at Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe. You know the MK game I'm waiting for? Shaolin Monks 2. I've said it before. I'll say it again. If there was like a new Shaolin Monks and it had four-player characters and it was like the fucking, it was Cassie, Takeda, Kung Jin, and Jackie. Reptile's egg. That sounds right. Reptile's body is like the vessel for Onaga in Deception, I think, which is why Reptile is not in Deception. He's like he is in Deception. He's just being possessed. If there was like a new Shaolin Monk starring those little guys, they wouldn't call it Shaolin Monks, but if it was like a Shaolin Monk style game starring those four kids, and they had four different playstyles, it would be a fucking amazing game. You get her? Yep. That might have been a punish, honestly. I don't know stay medium kick on hit, but if it's -1, then that's a punish. Did I never do a Kung Lao? Or a Sub-Zero? Those two are supposed to be the analogs. Scorpion is supposed to be a kind of Liu Kang. And Sub-Zero is supposed to be a kind of Kung Lao. Scorpion is kind of jank. He's intended for multiplayer. He feels really strange playing through the game by yourself using him. Both Scorpion and Sub-Zero are borderline unfinished. Liu Kang and Kung Lao are much more complex. Kung Lao has like stronger one-off hits and is better at fighting a single character. Liu Kang is better at fighting multiple characters at once. Liu Kang has like longer combos in general. Kung Lao's special moves are a little bit better. They're pretty close to each other. I think Liu Kang is probably the better one, but it's hard to say. I play on pad. I have a stick and I know how to use it, but I'm better on pad, so I usually just play on pad. The reads. Though I can't be stopped. That was way too meaty. I guess I'll do a Kung Lao playthrough, and I guess I'll do it soon. Will I do that before or after I ride, though? God, I haven't like touched Night in the Woods in forever. I've been meaning to finish that game. I'm probably like over halfway through it. It was cute. It was a very cute game. I didn't even stop for any particular reason. I just stopped. That's something I want to go back to. This is big damage. Crouching Hugo. Easy combo. Well, I shouldn't say easy. He meant to get a launch there, but I think his Gane timer ran out like as he hit Hugo. Hugo can still win this. It's never over. Oh, there it is. Anti-air, fade away, low forward. Classic. I don't remember what the exact event was. A fighting game would explain it. The taunt. Or his defense. There's another one. Taunts are more meaningful the more health you have, naturally. Since your percentage of health stays the same. So it's a little bit too... Oh, he had a combo to kill. He wasn't expecting that clap to work. He was looking for the reset. Understandable. Oh, got him. It's dead. Nice. Beautiful. You know, honestly, I love that win pose. Throwing top tiers at him until he falls over. Hugo versus Yun is okay. 6-4, Yun's favor. Chun-Li versus Hugo is 8-2, conventionally. Maybe actually 7-3 though. But it's shitty. Dragon Quest V would be the next one. I'm not even sure I own ukulele. I don't think I do. But I can pick that up. It's probably cheap now. There's a new Mario hack. It's like a new Banjo Mario hack. The last one was kind of cool, I guess. I like didn't like the first level, but then it like cleaned up and became an okay game. This isn't gonna kill, is it? It might kill. It's close. Okay, she's alive. I can't believe you saved that bar. Bat 4 run. I've played through Eternal Darkness twice on stream, and I kind of want to get that third playthrough off. But I don't want to do that. I'm not like super driven to do that right now. That reminds me that I'm currently designing a game. Low-key designing. Actually designing a game is a lot harder than talking about designing a game. It's easy to play. The way I've been doing it is like a checklist, where it's like first question is what's even possible in the game, and then it's like, well, these things are possible. And then it starts being like, well, how do you introduce these things slowly and then make them more complex? So first you'll have a room where you've got like a tiny gap that you just jump across, and then another room where you've got a gap where you have to do a running jump, and then a room where you can't do a running jump but you have to jump and then grab the ledge, and then a room where, no, it's not a fighting game, it's a platformer. A room where you've got to do a running jump and grab the ledge, stuff like that. But you've got to have like 10 of those going on simultaneously, of like mechanics introduced and then slowly getting more complex, requiring greater mastery. That's like the trick. That makes the game design really easy when you think about it like that. I want the player to feel like they're in a lot of control. What's that game where you like sweep stuff and you like run along walls and shit? It's like a platformer on Steam. You like have a broom, but you run along dust and you've got to clean all the dust. That game has good movement. Dust Force. Yeah. That would actually be pretty cool. Stand Strong has a super cancel. That's like the furthest range cancelable normal he has into super, I think. If he had like Stand Fierce or Low Roundhouse or I don't know something into super, that would be really nice. That would make him a lot better. My platformer, I want it to be speedrun friendly. I want the game to tell you your time at the end of a level. And I want it to be complex enough that it could be really hard to fully optimize. But that's a really difficult thing to analyze. Like how do you make a game do that? You just need a whole bunch of movement options, and you need a bunch of them working in any given time, and they need to be of different difficulties, so that people can do consistent ones or they can do the really hard ones. I've been thinking about this kind of thing a lot. The elbow reps are basically random for me. Sometimes I can't even get 2, and then I get like 5. There's a trial to get 6, or maybe it's a trial to get 5 actually, in OE. The Rye's been doing pretty well this thing. 8 wins in a row. I can't believe that grabbed! What the fuck? Was that the startup of Crouch Medium Kick or something? That went so far. Would you really call I Want to Be the Guy a fan game? I need to know what you mean by fan game. I haven't played any other I Want to Be This. Ah, I didn't know that. No, only I want to be the guy. And Bashi. I know there's a bunch of them now. I have really mixed feelings about I want to be the guy fan games. Because on one hand, I like I want to be the guy because it's so cheap. But I don't like the idea of the other ones because they would be cheap. It's hard to explain. I feel like I would just get stuck. I got stuck in Bashi. I've beaten I want to be the guy before. It's like actually not that hard. It's just very, very cheap. Like when you get down to it, there aren't that many difficult things in the game. Granted, I beat it on normal. But it's mostly just a celebration of cruel game design and or bad game design. Anti-player game design. But I'm afraid that like other games, Boshi did this. Boshi was too hard for me. I got to some boss. Alex is like always low. I'm cute. That emote, is that a Cherno one? It's cute. It is. I streamed I Want to Be the Guy ages ago. Oh, no, I've never played Wings of V. I think I might have it. I don't remember. Damn, those were good throw baits. However, he was controlling this corner so perfectly. Easiest super cancel in the game. I don't know. It would probably be something really, really, really slow. Talking about Evo Japan. Back hard kick. Does that even super cancel? You can link into supers afterwards. I didn't know it canceled, but I wouldn't be surprised. Most people just do the link. It's like plus enough to link into Super 1 or Super 3. Cancels aren't really any harder in this game. The only game where super cancels are hard is Street Fighter 2. They've been about the same difficulty for the entire Street Fighter series. The resource is these videos. The resource is players, sadly. There's no place that like compiles them all. The Shen has a bunch of tutorials, and I might make a bunch of tutorials since a lot of people asked for it. How about Taunton to back hard kick into six elbows? The Crota DVDs are actually kind of bad. A lot of them, Crota doesn't really play most of the characters correctly. Crota plays like a parry and a punish combo for like half of the DVDs. The way that Crota plays isn't really like, I don't know, learnable for like common man, even though it's undeniably effective. What Crota does is possible because of like a ridiculously high skill level and other things. Crota has like deconstructed the game based on other like stuff. .40 Street Fighter. What do you mean by parrying attacks in the air? Do you mean like how long the parry freeze lasts? I think it's constant. Different attacks will need to be parried at different speeds though. What are you trying to parry? Oh, it depends still on what you're parrying. Jump in EX Tatu's borderline suicidal on 12. Or rather, there's a very high possibility he'll walk under it and you'll whiff. It doesn't carry that much risk. I've literally discovered that Street Fighter, one of my biggest weaknesses in Street Fighter 5 that's holding me back is that I block low way too much. Oh, that was a really nice punish. Back face into bird kick. That's hard to do. That's like hyper optimal. um, YouTube. Search so and so character third strike tutorial. And there's stuff out there. There it is. Look at it. EXE Koken is a single parry. It's only ever used as a desperation move. Double fierce. I missed the scenario. Was it like an air combo kind of thing? Are we talking about Chun-Li's air double fierce? I don't know. Fierce, Fierce, and the reset do almost the same damage. I saw footage of Ken's walk speed buff. It looked very minor. I know that kind of thing matters a lot. I figured people would be able to feel it, but I could barely spot the difference when it was overlaid. I was like, damn, it's like fucking borderline the same speed. Ken's got good forward walk speed in general. Cool. Oh, optimal punish. Well, the beginning of one. I think shadows crouch when they hit the ground after a Shoryuken, so you can get really big damage on them. It's kind of like a crush counter punish, really. Kami's the video I'm doing today. So what happened to Kami? And she got V-Trigger too. Back strong got shittier. Stamina House got better. Um, you can use Stand It Around Tussus and ATR better, and it has a link now, which both of those are kind of minor. I'd rather anti-air with DP every time as Kami, if it was me. But I usually like anti-airing with DP in general. Um, oh, she got more pushback on lights or something. But everyone did. But like Kami actually like needs that shit. Reduced pushback. And something got worse and something got better. Something like that. I have to look at that. The Stamina House combo is kind of neat, but it probably isn't anything good, right? Is it +4 or +5? +5 means low strong drill, or low strong DP. +4 means jab drill. Huh. Well, that's strange. I don't know how I'm going to explain that to the internet. I guess they just push back less far. Kami's Stamina House is pretty good in some matchups. It's like not bad. Kami players treat it like it's trash, but it's usable. The crush counter is kind of nice because you get another Stamina House or a DP or something like that, whatever you want. Um, light drill maybe for the Oki. Um, it's not unrealistic to crush counter with it, but you do need to do it really early. It's like not a very fast normal. It also doesn't work at all ranges, but depending on the matchup, it can be really easy to snipe people with it. Like certain characters, they can't alter their jump arc. It's a nice anti-air, especially if they have a slow jump. But most characters with a slow jump, like Zingy for Birdie, also have a button that goes really far down, like jump medium kick. So it's not amazing. Stamrenos is not an amazing anti-air. Even if it got buffed, it's not going to be amazing just because it's not very fast. She's like overall in a worse place from her anti-airs, but she was probably top one in the game. It was like her or Akuma. Probably Akuma. had the best anti-airs in Season 2.5, and now it's probably just Akuma. Kami's anti-airs are still above average, though. Having an anti-air DP is pretty nice. Red pill me on Kimi V trigger too. So you've got a dive kick, or like a not a dive kick, like a jaguar kick ender, and I'm guessing that can be blocked low or high, right? And then you've got a grab ender you can combo out of that needs to be blocked low. What else is there? Is that it? Is it just those two? Or is there another thing you can do? Oh, that's an overhead, I think. I don't remember. I don't remember if that's an overhead or not. It's been so long since I've seen Hugo hit Stand Run House. Necros definitely do that. Yeah, crouch fierce into forward dash, you get like back strong, right? I think I saw that. That's pretty cool. So the dash seems like the better thing. So you just down back when you see the jump, or do you just anti-air it? You probably just down back, right? I'm guessing the anti-air normals can lose to a well-timed fucking whatever follow-up, but I don't know that. I'm just guessing. I would assume that the forward dash is better than the jump in general, or rather more practical to use, more guaranteed. The grab actually has like a really nice follow-up. It's 2 bar, right? Or is it 3? It's 2, I think, right? Kami's got the double 2. Oh, this can kill. This can kill. No. No, I mixed up the meters. This can't kill. Ooh, he dropped it. Alright, I think I know enough to... Well, I need to do some testing in the lab. Wow! But I think I get it. Ryu seems significantly improved. I think that Ryu is probably okay. Ryu was already okay in 2.5. He's just never good. You could definitely pick Ryu and win. Ryu had like mostly 5.5s. People like to bitch about Ryu, but Ryu was okay. And Ryu is better now. Ryu probably has some matchups where he wins and some matchups where he loses. But they're probably mostly even. That's my feeling on Ryu. He's still like I would still have a hard time picking Ryu over Akuma, to be honest. And now I would have a hard time picking Ryu over Sakura too. There's a lot of redundancy in those three characters. So like, I don't know. It depends on what you want to do. I like didn't actually list the throw range buff in Ryu's buffs when I was talking about the at a glance. It looked closer, but I didn't remember what it used to be, so I just didn't mention it, even though I think that would be one of Ryu's biggest buffs. If you do, right now, if you do towards throw, and then immediate Stand Fierce, it'll beat anything the opponent does, and it's a crush counter, and it's safe. So the opponent can't just mindlessly hit a button on Wake Up. And if they can't mindlessly hit a button on Wake Up, then maybe you can sneak in, but it's a mix-up. Oh, is it over? I figured it was over since they kind of stopped, but I figured there might be an exhibition. I guess I should go work on those. I'm going to need these videos. What's this game? Who's that? Who are these two? These two are real popular. I don't know if K-Dash is that popular. He's popular at like a low level and like a niche pick at a top level. This guy's got Maxima and K-Dash. Who's the last one, Kula? No, it's Verse. This is like, isn't this Koji Kog's team? Maybe Koji Kog's team has Antonov. I feel like it has these characters. I feel like it's K-Dash Maxima Verse. This Kyo's doing well, but he's having trouble connecting that wreck after up kick. A lot of people just whiff the stand CD and then cancel the wrecker from that, and that works pretty well. Ooh, that's a command grab. Oh, what the fuck was that? Just fucking towards hard kick or whatever. Oh, he went for the climax. What? He got him. That's a lot of meter to use, though. He's not gonna win. There's no way. This is way too big a comeback to make. He's got to win against 3 characters with no bar. I don't even think he'll kill Kyo. Burst has really strange attacks. Just hitting hard kick. I respect that. SNK Waifu Fighter on Switch. I only kind of know that exists. I don't know the name of it. I don't know when it's coming out. I do like SNK games. I did not play Fighting Lair, but I probably will. Well, that was a nice game. Was that a Joe I saw? It is. Joe is not a common character. I haven't done any research for Nash. Is corridor the overhead? I guess it's gotta be. So he can hit you with cross-ups and an overhead in V-trigger? That's pretty cool. You think it's weird when giant, like, fucking freaky space demon monsters use wrestling moves? What's Versus' relation to Antonov? Is Verse like a possessed Antonov or what? They've got to have something to do with each other. They look a little similar. I might actually play this. If it's a fighting game. No relation whatsoever? Shit, I figured it was like some kind of Ash and Psyche business. I think Psyche's Ash's ancestor or something. R.I.P. Ash. Best boy pussy in all fighting games. There are a lot of games that are like let's play dress up but also fighting games. That's a good combo. Color edit and fucking Tekken's gear system. Calling it a gear system is a bit, you know, the edit mode. I forget what they actually call it in game. I took Miguel. I made him look like Sephiroth. I gave him that fucking long white hair, katana at his side, bare chested. I did that thing where it has the Japanese sound effects whenever he does punches. I don't know why. Some part of me was just like, if I have the ability, that was the jab combo. If I have the ability to edit a character to whatever I want, can I make Sephiroth? And I did, and it looked pretty good. Sylvie might be a lot harder than some of the others. Technically, I should go leave and sleep, or go leave and work on. Yo, that team is lit on the left. That is such a cool team. Luong's damage is weirdly high because she had like a combo route that I don't think they planned for her to have. And it's really, really powerful, but they kind of balanced her around it. Are you talking about like Raiden and Fujin? Because it's implied that there's a shit ton of gods, like gods of like every religion, are elder god gods, and we just know about the Japanese ones. Or are we talking about like weapons or something? Are we talking about the Kamidogu? Because Ed Boon is a weeb. It's the best reason. I thought Xanadu would be fucking shit the first time I played him. I was like, there's no way you can make a workable tool anywhere in this character. But the fucking actual playstyle of Xanadu is nothing like what I could see. He got a lot better with the patch too. He has like the lowest damage in the whole game, even after the patch, and by like a considerable margin. But his neutral is actually surprisingly pretty cool. A lot of characters have redundant attacks. Well, I wouldn't say really redundant, but like, there's nothing redundant anywhere. Every tool has a very specific purpose for this character. The down roundhouse and the fucking down fierce. All his lights are unique. There's no redundant light. He's basically only got one light string. It's mash, crouch, jab, and then end with I think a stand B, stand short. And then go into like core circle back punch from there, light punch. Something like that. I think the charge has armor or something, the fierce. Every single button has like a super, super specific purpose. And also all his special moves are really good in neutral, which is something this game is good at in general. That was a bit odd. Ooh, that's cool. I think Joe actually has one of the best subtle fighting game character designs I've ever seen. It's like almost like Ryu levels. Ryu's like the champion of subtle fighting game character design. How to take a generic fighting guy and make him cool. Maybe like Bruce in Tekken. Ryu like even now is like one of the best ones. I usually like the understated characters in fighting games. The ones who are just traditional fighters with no like fucking flashy special nonsense. Joe is like the antithesis of Sylvie. You know what I mean? How about we just take a ripped guy wearing next to nothing, give him an actual fighting style. This character's super neat. I don't think there's a single understated character in all MK, but the closest one would probably be Liu Kang or maybe Johnny Cage. Liu Kang is pretty understated. Mocap's a different kind of understated. Damn, when you lose the Xanadu team and then you get a Benny team. How standard dot team is this team? Terry's weird. Iori and Benny are standard dot standard. Standard out of standard. Standard out of 10. We don't know about Sylvie, do we? We don't know where the hell Sylvie came from. I think Sylvie's got almost as little lore as Cuckoo does. That whole team is oddballs. Terry like marks this player as like a long-time player. I feel like you wouldn't have Terry on your team unless you'd been playing KOF for like 10 years. Terry doesn't find his way onto modern player teams. A lot of the Fatal Fury characters are like that. No wonder. I guess, yeah, you could be a 10-minute player and play Terry. Or you could be American. If you're American, you probably pick Terry, just on principle. Nice jump. Joe and his whole team have, no, I shouldn't say that. Joe is definitely, I think there was some deliberate effort to give Joe a very standard fighting gameplay style. Terry's pretty weird. Andy is quite traditional. You don't like the taste of lemon? Tasting lemon juice in literally anything I drink is an improvement. Joe's strings are so strange. He's got like a back hard kick and a towards hard kick, I think. And he can like cancel one of his command almost to the other one. So you get like stand hard kick, towards hard kick, back hard kick, or something like that. I think that's how it works, but I don't think I've ever actually fucked with it. If he back rolled, I wonder if he had a head up punish. Probably not. Here's the big one. Joe has some really bonkers combos in this game, but they're all really hard. So most people do the standard combos. It's kind of cool though. Joe has like a weirdly high ceiling compared to most characters. Speaking of weirdly high ceilings, here's a character with a weirdly low ceiling. I looked at King in training mode and I was just like, I instantly know exactly how she's gonna play at all levels. And then I was right based on every King I've ever seen. There's like no fancy way to play King. She's just ultra standard. She's only got 3 special moves and they all have a very clear defined purpose. Trap Shoot can like anti-air and do combos. Venom Strike is fucking neutral and neutral. Her spin kick thing. You might be able to go through stuff with the X1, I don't know. But it's mostly a combo tool. It's what you confirm into. All our normals are super, super obvious too. Except stand B. That one's pretty weird. But like you can just look at the normals animation and know exactly what it does. Which is good design, I suppose. You look at stand D and you're like, oh, that can probably snipe people out of the air if they're hopping. You look at down C and you're like, oh, this is probably a pretty nice general anti-air too. You look at stand A and you're like, well, that's a stand A. Down B, the slide. Everything does exactly what you would expect it does. That's his role, I think. No, is it? I didn't think it turned invisible. I know he like kind of dips when he rolls. Some weird shit just happened. That might be one of his follow-ups from his fucking slide. Nice trade combo. This game has a pretty low ceiling for combos compared to 13. A pretty low ceiling for combos in general. But it's got like a crazy high ceiling for combo. It depends on who you play. It's got a crazy high ceiling for neutral. There's a lot of different ways to play neutral in this game. There's a lot of different shit you can do. And it's not like you don't play a lot of neutral in this game. This game's mostly neutral. Neutral builds meter and shit. I haven't been on a vacation in a fuck long time, and I've kind of been getting a feeling lately that I want to go on one. Like, I just want to take a week somewhere crazy. Like a different country. I haven't felt like that in a long time. Traveled the world, Beth. I got some money saved up, I could do it. Mexico? No, fuck. I want to go somewhere nice. Well, maybe not somewhere nice. I don't know if I care about nice. I want to go somewhere different. Mexico's not sufficiently different. Canada's even less different. I'd like to know how they live in Mexico. I'm pretty sure I know how they live in Australia. I want to go someplace where I have no idea how they live. I want to go to some country that I only know the name of. You know? I want to like hop on a fucking plane to Finland or something. I don't know what they do in Finland. I think they fish. I think they do a lot of fishing. That's all I know. Nice punish. Thailand would be neat. Antarctica. Hmm. I don't think so. I don't know about the day to day in Finland. It'd be kind of neat to go to like a Finnish cafe. If I ever went to I would never go to tourist places if I when I vacation. I would want to live the everyday life. I don't want to live like fucking. I don't want to take a vacation to sight. Well, I do want to sightsee, but I don't want to like. I'm not the tourist trap kind of vacationer. I don't want to go to Tokyo so I can go to Tokyo Disney. Fuck that shit. My idea of like spending time in a foreign country would be like going to a supermarket. I want to see how the people live. Laotian. Laotian? Japan is another country where I wouldn't mind visiting it, but it's like not high on my list of countries I'd like to visit. The less I know about a country, the more I'd like to visit it. But also I don't want to die, so if the country's violent, I'd rather not go there. Not about to go to Syria. Vietnam might be cool. I really like Billy. Yeah, I think I'd like to avoid a country that's traditionally touristy. Or like has a really, really, really big economy based on tourist stuff. Like Egypt, I've heard, has like a big part of their economy is exploiting people visiting. Martin has to be Vietnamese. It's Martin Phan or whatever. Phan. That's like a, I'm pretty sure that's a super Vietnamese name. That last name. Oh, later. Filipino. Oh. Singapore? I like found Singapore on a map recently and it's not where I thought it was. I think it was Singapore that I found. I always thought Singapore was like next to like um well like Vietnam and Laos and stuff. And then I found out it's like an island in like Australia or like above Australia rather. Was it Singapore? Was that Singapore I'm thinking of? No, I don't remember. Maybe it's not. What am I thinking of? What country is that? What's the country in like northwest? Like the Southeast Asian country that's actually like in northwest uh Australia. I feel like it's not Singapore. Geography with Beth. I'm not thinking about no Taiwan. Indonesia I'm kind of thinking about. I'm probably thinking about Indonesia. But that was cool. I like the way that knocks down at the end. This Red Riding Hood outfit is so good. Sylvie's already extremely cute. The stage looks like you should be able to walk into the background a little bit. Looks like a Fatal Fury stage. Think you can super cancel that firewall. What are her supers? She's got the one where she goes up and then lands on you. What's the other one? She's got like a double shot? No, that's just the X shot, I think. I don't remember her other shot. I've been to vacation in Germany. It's cool. I would do it again. Germany's a nice place. A lot of people who speak English there too. Is Singapore the city-state? I feel like it is. If it's the city-state, then I know where it is. Oh, it's actually from Fatal Fury. Didn't they go to Sardinia in part 5 of JoJo? I gotta go to some place they went to in JoJo. Does she have her Onbu super? I'm trying to think of her other super. I can only think of the one where she lands on you. There's the climax. That's a Rambo super. What variety of cancer is Sakura stand medium punch? Is it cancer like it's really good or cancer like it's really bad? Because I could see someone making an argument either way. Look at that link. Battle, ten Battle Tendency is clearly good, but it's like my least favorite JoJo part. I can't explain it. Oh yeah, look at that. Cool stage. I like stands, and I like part 1 more than part 2. That might be heresy. Dude, that's not even a Cherno. That's like a fucking... That's, Chen. I would, like, be terrified. Stand medium punch is like, it's plus, but you've got to do a lot of walking in to do another stand medium punch. I would be really afraid to do that against a Geef. I'd be afraid of getting jabbed. Not that getting jabbed is that bad. Especially now. But I'd probably push myself out. I'd probably do like a more quick frame trap. I do like stand strong into, I don't know, something that doesn't, like stand strong into low forward or something. Stand strong into stand short. Stand forward, I mean stand strong, walk in, stand strong. Is like too loose for me. Joseph is undeniably good. But Battle Tendency is still probably my least favorite part. Caesar is okay. I might be done streaming. I think I am. Goodbye, Jaja. That's from part 1. Dio said that. Dio occasionally speaks in English, I guess because he himself is English. Yep, I'll see you guys later.